inside. All right, cool. We got all that stuff. That's good. Get over here and refresh this thing. Click the live, change the quality to the lowest quality we can get. That's already on it. All right, so what's up, exclamation point and Greg? Hope you guys are doing good. That's a unique name there, exclamation point. All right, so we're working on some RG-393 today. Let's zoom in so you don't have to see as much of me. What do we got? Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll turn it a little bit real quick on the camera. On that one. I don't know why I'm moving the Facebook camera when I need to be moving the TikTok camera. Zoom a little bit. I think I'll be all right, maybe. I was actually about to adjust like exposure and all kinds of stuff on the polar filter and everything, and I forgot I was on the phone. So, TikTok guys, you guys are a little bit missing out. I'm gonna pull this off here just to show you guys. Look, this is the crazy contraption that we're using for Facebook, and then it's got all that stuff over there, and then another camera over there. You guys are a bit simpler of a layout. Let's go up, over, something like that. Uh-oh, sorry buddy, get back over here. Let's get to work. I got things to do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and steal something. I should quit stealing these. I've really got to do something pretty soon. I keep robbing these things on these RG-393 orders. And if I don't watch it, then I'm going to have a problem. So, I'm going to keep doing it for a minute, though. So, I don't know if you guys liked it or not, but let's do it again. Sometime during the live, I'll give that hat away. So, I think it'll be cool. It'll be nice. It'll be something friendly for you guys. And I think it's, I don't know, it's something to give back to you guys. It'd be cool. So, I will figure out something for you guys to do. I think we may just make it simple. I don't know. But I'll come up with the rules in a little while. It's going to be pretty easy. But the biggest thing is going to be timing, I think. All right, so before we... All right, hello YouTube, hello Facebook, hello everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Like I said earlier, this is RG-393. This stuff is used in aerospace and aeronautics mainly. Hey Tony, thanks for liking the stream, man. Appreciate you, man. We're going to throw this on here. This wire has a very low friction coefficient. It's a fluoropolymer. It's a very nice wire, let's just say. It's expensive too. These guys are proud of it. So at some point in time during the live, I'll give away that hat. I think I'll do it in the next little while. I'll let a few more guys hop in and hang out for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. So, hope you guys have been doing well. We're currently prepping for the next event. The next event's going to be in Jonesville, North Carolina, and I still have not booked my room, so I need to hurry up and book the room before I forget. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do next. I use a caliper. You can get this caliper from Home Depot or anything you like. What's up, Crazy Trucker? I don't specifically do radio work, but if you message this page, I can absolutely give you some suggestions. I do, I'm an RF supply company, so I supply coaxes, I supply towers, I supply all kinds of stuff. Lots of goodies. So 29.7 is the total cut that we're going to need right here. So just under 30 millimeters. But the cut that we're going to need, we're going to take 0, that booger back out, and we're going to take about 10 millimeters off of that. So wherever that mark I just made is, at 30 mils, we're going to make another mark right there. So now I've got 2 marks here and here. That shop's out here. Yeah, copy that, man. Yeah, just message me whenever, man. I'll give you some suggestions on what you can do. Depends on where you're at and stuff like that. I'll definitely try to help you out. Hey, 43, waving a hand, man. Hope you're doing well. Little MJ, thanks for liking the video. I appreciate you. Tony, appreciate you, man. Evening, hope you're doing well. I have had Mike Waldekuix. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm butchering your last name. But thanks for the like. I appreciate you, man. So what we'll do here is, how many people in the comments know what the slogan is for the RF supply? I did not come up with it myself. Somebody else came up with it. So I don't know how many people know what it is. So if you say, I don't know the slogan, then just type that in the comments. That way I know that I'm being a jerk and you guys don't know. Because I don't really announce it a whole lot. It's not really my thing. I have t-shirts that say it, but that's, I think, the only thing anywhere that has the slogan. You guys voted for it like maybe a year and a half ago. I just had a big vote, and whoever voted for whatever is I think we had like, everybody guessed the slogan, or everybody came up with a slogan, and then we voted on like the top 10 or top 5 or something like that. I don't remember. And then everybody voted for this one. I'm out here. I'm in Laredo. Oh, copy that. Yeah. Laredo, there's a couple. I mean, if you're looking for just repair work, there's a guy named Kilgore out there that's really good. Does some stuff. He definitely does a lot of repairs. He's not like a newer age tech and stuff like that. But like I said, I'll give you some suggestions. I'd be happy to do so. What's this channel about? I am an RF supply company. This is what I do. D-Win's RF supply. So anything RF related, whether it be bird meters, whether it be coax wire, even if it's merch. This is the bird meters over here. Everybody can't see that on the other screen. Maybe they can a little bit right there. Pull it down lower. But no matter what it is, that's what I sell. It's a tower, it's coax, it's high voltage wire, it's bird meters, bird parts, panel mount meters, I don't know, tubes. I've got some HF amplifiers and stuff like that that I've got too. I don't know, that's just what I do. Hey, Randall, Kansas. Heck yeah, that's cool, for sure. Bob doesn't know. Okay, so the slogan, here you go. I don't know if you guys will see it on TikTok. See if it shows up. This is like 10 seconds behind, so I'm going to stand here for like a couple seconds. It's "You always win with D-Win's RF supply." So I mentioned it on Facebook. You guys maybe didn't get to see it because you guys are not zoomed out far enough, so I'll do it one more time. And I got to be fair. I'm trying to be... Wait, I can't do that. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Showing off my belly. You always win with D-Win's RF supply. That's the slogan. That is the only fair thing I'll give you guys. We'll focus on this coax, and then we'll do a hat giveaway in a little bit. If you like the hat, then just remember that. That's all you got to remember. So, what was I saying? Yeah. Hello from Mayodad, North Carolina. Heck yeah, man. Waving hand, Keith. Hope you're doing well, man. So you know how to build an amp for a speaker with just the proper servos and wires. So you wouldn't use servos to build an amp for speakers. You would build what's called an inverter, and you would also build several different drivers to actually do different things. You'd use MOSFETs to drive the output impedance of the speakers themselves. So you'd have an audio amplifier in the stage, and then you'd also have to have some sort of transformer to take from one voltage to another. This stuff right here is RG-393. Let me get back to work. I'm getting, I got a mark right here. This is my 30 mil mark, but did I make my 10 mil mark? I did not. It's right here. 30 and then 10. Hope you're doing well. Have a hard time here in just a second. So that's just for Facebook and YouTube land and everything else. I don't know what happened, but somehow my screen just blanked out for a second, and that means it reset everything that I've got. So I've got to drag some stuff over and move it in place, but it looks like we're in the clear. I don't know. Let's see if this camera's froze. No, we're good. That was sweet. I don't know what happened there. It does not have to use PL259. See, we got a 7/16 DIN connector we're putting on here. But yes, I could take, say, a PL259 or a UHF connector right over here, and I could install that on some 393 also. This is some Teflon ends. This one doesn't look as fancy because it's a little bit of tarnish on the silver, but I got some brand new silver ones in the drawer. But, needless to say, I have sat here jabbering for a little bit. All right, we got enough people hanging out. I don't know, we only got a bunch of people on YouTube. Copied the lagged out a little bit, but all set now. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Tricky Ricky. We'll say it this way. What I'm going to do is I'll take this back out of the frame. So whenever that hat comes back in the frame, the first one to type in the slogan and push send, and the first one that shows up on my screen for me to see is the one who gets the hat. I will send it to you. No charge, no shipping, no nothing. It's just something fun. I started it when I started going to these key downs. I started going to these events, and I was like, okay, cool. We'll just start bringing some hats and shirts. Let's just give them away if people can remember the slogan. But you guys can't always make it to these events, so I'll try to do something for the streams just to be nice to you guys. I think it's fair. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know there's a lot of rules for making you guys actually do something, so I'm literally, it's just a comment. So there's no work, there's no follow me, there's no like my page, there's no nothing. It's literally just say the slogan whenever you see the, you can't say it yet, Gary. You already won a hat too. We might have to make a rule. Gary done won one though. It's you always win with D-Wins RF Supplies. So get you some Nipix cable shears. Yeah, I use these Milwaukee. They do a good job. I use multiple other tools, but here's the thing. I'm going to explain to guys that are in here that are new, that don't know my RF supply. So I'm going to use this tool right here. I'm going to use a soldering iron right here. This is the one thing that's going to be kind of expensive. You can get a cheaper soldering iron, I'm sure. I'm going to use this tool right here. And then I'm going to use this tool over here. So this is the only thing that's kind of expensive in this, but if you do your shopping, you can find one for pretty cheap. The whole point of my RF supply is not to get the expensive tools and the expensive pieces of equipment. The whole point of my RF supply is to use normal, everyday tools that you can get at Home Depot and Walmart and Best Buy, not Best Buy, but Lowe's or any sort of normal hardware store. And even, like I said, Walmart might not have the Milwaukee, but I'm sure they've got something that's similar to this. The whole goal is to make it easy for you guys to do this stuff at home. I'm not trying to make a video that's super complicated for you guys. Let me zoom back in for you guys to see better over here. But yeah, that's the whole point of these videos. I'm not trying to do I can buy more expensive tools than you guys. Because, I mean, if we wanted to play that game, we could go up to some of the test equipment and say stuff like that. And I could be talking about the different test equipment and pieces that I've got. That's not what I'm doing. it's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be cheap tools, and that's supposed to be something you guys can follow and do along. Yes, it's double shielded 43 for sure. What's up, Diener? Hope you're doing well. But I absolutely do appreciate you telling me that, Hammer. It's that stuff is appreciated. I am definitely a big time tool collector. But I do try to keep this stuff to very simple tools and very simple equipment. If I have to buy anything that costs over $100, you probably won't see me doing it on my lives. I don't think you can. What do you guys think? You guys think it's fair for Gary to win again? He just won. He just won. When did you win? It was Tuesday. Yeah, Gary just won on Tuesday. Do y'all think Gary should stand by for a week, or y'all think Gary is free for? Excuse me. Do y'all think it's fair for Gary to compete? I'll let you guys vote. I will police you more there, Gary, though, because you got to say the slogan exactly right. It's you always win with D-Win's RF Supply. But I don't know. Let's see what these guys vote. All right, so like I said, I got to ask that question before I can bring the shirts back in. So you guys got to comment pretty quick. Tell me, guys, what you think. Should Gary wait since he won a hat? What do y'all think? What's up, David? Hope you're doing well. So I just cheated a little bit. Normally, I don't keep these. I try to keep these cables in the shot, but I pulled it slightly out of the shot just so I could get to hold it in the air and spin it, so I don't have to jerk my whole head around here. Gary needs more than one hat. So, what'd you say, Diener? Did you say you think Gary needs to sit out this week, or you think he needs? You think it's okay for him to compete? I think Bob said that Gary can compete. So we got one vote for Gary to be able to compete, and we got maybe a vote to tell him not to. I'm not sure. Needle bender, waving a hand, man. Hope you're doing 111. Doing well, 111. So what I'm doing is a 7/16 DIN connector. I don't know why I just did this. That was a little bit stupid. It doesn't really matter too much because it is isolated, but normally I'll try to be a little bit more particular, and I won't even strip back this insulator right here. It doesn't matter though, because it's going to be insulated for at least this portion on the inside, and it does open up to a bigger body right here. Say, okay, Gary. Gary said he'll stand by. Diener said he should sit out. Okay, so Gary's going to stand by on this one, and we'll give you all the rest of you guys a chance to win. So thanks for liking the live. If you guys remember the slogan, like I said, we said the slogan earlier. The first one to type it in when I put the hat back in the frame of the video shot is the one I ship your stuff to. Now, just to be fair though, I have to get your address to be able to ship it to you. So if you don't want me having your address for whatever weird reason, that is perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Just don't compete because I got to ship it to you. I can ship it for free. I can give you the stuff, but I can't ship it to you if you don't give me an address. Nobody's done that so far, but I definitely got to make that disclaimer. So, anybody who'd like to win a hat, if you know the slogan, like I said, just get ready to type it in. If who first one to type it in and put it on the screen is the first one I ship the hat to. It only counts when I put the hat back in the frame of the video. Hey, thanks for the like 111. What's up, Fat Joe? Hope you're doing well, man. Evening time, Adam. Hope you're doing well. So, and if you guys like this stuff, like me building this coax and stuff like that, if you like to see stuff like this, feel free to like the stream. Maybe you'll see some more of it. And if you like it enough, feel free to follow, guys. All right, so I gotta figure out how to be sneakier on you guys at some point. Maybe you guys might be ready. I don't know. So let me get this soldered in here. So what we're doing is we're holding heat on this in here, and I'm adding solder to the actual component itself, not to the soldering iron, so that it bonds and sucks into the joint itself. Appreciate you liking the live there. Hey, 43, thanks for the like. Appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for liking it over there on TikTok too, for sure. I apologize for not giving you guys a shout out. You guys deserve it. You guys have to tap the screen way more in order to get recognition, because for some reason TikTok says one tap on the screen is not good enough. It wants you to tap a bunch. But thank all you guys for sure. It is absolutely appreciated. That's literally what gets this video out to other people. You guys liking it, you guys sharing it, you guys subscribing and following me and stuff like that. That's the only way that I get more reach to other people. I don't need gifts. I don't need what do you call it? The stars and other crap like that. I don't want none of that stuff. You guys liking and sharing, it's what makes the difference for me. But yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. That's what I appreciate for sure. It's one of those things that, I don't know. I can't thank you guys enough for checking out the stuff. It would be, without you guys, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be out here doing these videos. So thank you. Gary's over here freaking out because nobody's figured it out yet. Thanks, appreciate you sharing the live, Rob. Thank you. What's up, Diener? Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna be a little bit more picking on you guys. I gotta be more picky. So I'm like I said. What's up, Enzo? Thank you. Appreciate you liking the stream, man, for sure. Diener, you're working in the right direction. You just gotta get the rest of it. So anybody that hadn't figured it out yet, I think Bob's done figured it out too. I don't know. Somebody's about to get something. This is a type of coax right here. It's a double shielded coax. It's got two shields to it. So there is a silver-plated copper on the exterior, and then another silver-plated copper on the exterior. It has a Teflon dielectric, and it has a silver-plated copper center conductor. It's stranded wire all the way around, so it's super flexible and able to have... Hey, Jam, I'm sorry. I did say it earlier. I apologize. This is RG-393. It's significantly better than 400, for sure. But you got to know the slogan. I did kind of tattle right there, but Jam, if you hop in on these lives, it's just the slogan that these guys voted for about a year ago. As long as you guys know it, then that's the one who can win. Diener, you're almost there. You got to get some more stuff. You're missing a couple things. Sorry, you got me. LMR 600. What's it rated at? Keep getting hot. So LMR 600 is rated at a lot according to the manufacturer, but the physical size of it is definitely limited more. Ridge Runner, what's up, man? Waving a hand, man. So it's the slogan. If you remember the slogan, I showed it earlier. I did cheat for everybody. There's a couple more of you guys in here this time, but to be honest, I did cheat for you guys. So if you didn't see the slogan earlier, that's what you got to do. So I'm gonna cheat one more time. This is only gonna show for just a second, guys. I don't know if it worked or not, but there you go. Diener, there you go. You better hurry. Old Ridge Runner's gonna beat you to it. There you go. Whoa, hang on. Ridge Runner got it. Diener, you came close, man. So everybody say congrats to Ridge Runner. Ridge Runner beat everybody to it. Gary over there was daggum. I'm sure he was stressing out because he couldn't compete. So this is an RF supply. This is used for telecom. It's used for broadcast. It's used for aviation. This specifically is more aviation and aeronautics, but it's being repurposed for other applications for sure. So congratulations, Ridge Runner. Just send your address in the text messages. Sorry about that, Diener. It's you always win with D-Win's RF supply. But if you hop back in here later and you subscribe, I will do another giveaway next week. I don't know, just something to give back to you guys. But the giveaway was for the hat right there. But like I said, we're working on some RG-393 right here. If you guys get a chance, tell Ridge Runner over there, congratulations over there on TikTok. Hey, you won though, man. Shoot. I kind of cheated a little bit, but it's all right. So it is acceptable for the slogan to say you always win with D-Win or you always win with D-Win's RF supply. Either one is fine. I don't think I want to police it further than that. That's getting a little legalistic. That's getting like, what do you call it, Wheel of Fortune? When they mispronounce a word, even though they got all the letters right, but they don't pronounce it right and they don't give them the prize. I can't ever get like that. It's just too much. I'll get a little bit more picky though. But yeah, like, what's up, 655? Waving a hand, man. Hope you're doing well. Yes, you can put a PL259 on this coax, so you can fit this right here on it. It is definitely a little bit harder because it's got a double shield to it. But yes, it is very doable. I've done it before. There's nobody else that's saying congratulations to Ridge Runner. I'm saying it. Congrats to Ridge Runner. What's up, Gan? Waving a hand, man. How you doing, boss man? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of LMR 600, just to be honest with you. It's not the cable that I would recommend as a high-powered cable for guys to use in applications. But for most guys that run low power and stuff like that, it would be okay. But for some of the higher power guys or for even broadcast applications, it's just not my first choice. I would definitely choose something else, just to be quite honest with you. Thank you, Diener. Appreciate you congratulating Ridge Runner over there. He can't see it, but I'm sure he appreciates it. Who makes this torch? This is Burns-O-Matic. You can get it from... I'm going to turn that booger up, too. Give me just a second. I'm fighting with this solder right here. Give me just 1 second. I got to get this to bond in here. This wire can handle a lot of heat. You cannot do this with your RG-213 or with your LMR 400. Please don't. Do not copy me on this. Thank you, Texas John. Appreciate you for sharing the live. So we did a electrical bond and we did an RF bond, or excuse me, a physical bond. So the physical is the crimp that's on here. The electrical is the solder that I just put on here. So I'm going to go a step further and go ahead and seal up this connector. So we got it sealed on the inside. We're going to get a nice little, small little flathead right over here. Oh, I bet you that's what I bumped earlier. I feel like that's what I did. I got to be careful not to bump nothing. I think I bumped the power cord on the computer. You got to be super careful or I'll burn my finger. All right. But yeah, this is, yes, this is kind of the same way you would put ends on a LMR 400. You just wouldn't put the heat to it, not as much heat. So yes, I've done, if you look at my RG-393 videos where I'm putting some PL259s on RG-393, the same applies for LMR 400. It would be done the same way. Also the same for 9913, same for 213, stuff like that. Just a little bit less heat, more localized heating on your sources. Like you wouldn't be able to heat this this up the way I'm doing right now. I wouldn't take this extra step of sealing the connection up if I didn't know that 393 was perfectly capable of handling that. Other cable won't. There's, like I said, LMR 400, you can't do this to. This is the other reason I love this mat that I got over here. I think it's awesome. I do got to be careful with that. That's not able to handle the heat. All right, so we're bonding over every connection that can have any sort of RF leakage, and we're making sure it's completely sealed up. So that's how it's set up and done right here. So as soon as it cools off, I'm going to force it to cool off in just a minute. Hi, Coffee, to remember the slogan now. That's funny. Yeah, I think it was Mickey 305, something like that. I think he's the one who got the final vote and won the slogan. Now, of course, it's because you guys voted and picked it. But I think Mickey was the one who finally picked that slogan. But yeah, this is RG-393. What I'm doing right here is just showing you guys how dangerous this is. Just be careful. Don't hurt yourself. Just simply because. Oh, there you go. Like that. Hear that sizzle? Don't burn yourself. Just be careful with what you're doing and just make sure you're safe. See? It's already cooled off. Hey, thanks, Mike. Thanks for following. I appreciate you. And thank you very much, boss man, for the like on the stream. Enzo, thank you. And thank you, Jam, for sharing the live. Thank you, Texas John. Paul, for following. Thank you. Who else? Jam shared it twice. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thanks, D. Lance. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, copy that. You'd rather build Anderson. Yeah, I've got some, like I said, over here. I'm waiting on one connector to finish this job, but this is my half-inch flex right here. This is what I work on right here. That's Andrew right there. I've got some more Andrew cable over here. This is some 7/8 hardline right there. Then I've got some 1 5/8. I do all of it, so yes, that's a lot of the stuff I do. I would say that some of the big stuff is definitely fun in its own right to work on for sure. So let's heat this booger up. Make her smaller. All right, so yes, sir. 7/16 stems. Yeah, I can work on all of it. No matter what it is. I'm about to have to daggum. I got some RG-400s been coming from Europe for freaking forever. Yes, this is a DIN to DIN cable adapter. So it's a DIN female to a DIN male. This works in this application for this customer. Most likely, there's a lot of things it could be used for, but it's just a flexible jumper that can handle a lot of power. So you can run it through. This wire's got what's called a very low friction coefficient. So that means that it's very, very slippery. You can run it through places. I could throw up underneath my bench, underneath all these tools, all this equipment, and literally just start sliding it, and it would, for the most part, just slide right through. It wouldn't catch on anything because it's just slippery. It's really hard to grab a hold of. If you wanted to have a grip on it and pull, it's just a pain in the neck. Your fingers just slide on it. So that's really good for aviation and aeronautics. So whenever you're using it up in an airplane and running it through moving panels and stuff, as the plane is expanding and contracting and sliding and moving around, the cable itself sliding and moving is great for that. It's also got very good attenuation for a flexible cable like this. Of course, Helix is going to be better just simply because it's a solid corrugated connection. So it's going to be harder to beat that for attenuation. It's just not. So this is a DIN to a UHF adapter over here. That's going to a customer. He ordered 2 DIN connectors and he needs to bring them back to a UHF hookup. So yes, that's those. I do have DIN to N. I have DIN to, DIN to LC. I've got 7/8 EIA over to Bird QC. I've got, tons of adapters. I got N-type to UHF. There's a bunch more in other places too. But yeah, I've got LC barrels. Them things are rare as crap. Hard as crap to find an LC connector. That stuff's military connectors. Hey, Skimp, Boat Captain, appreciate you following. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you following. I do appreciate you guys. This wire is complete for the customer. It's done. I've already done everything I needed to do. I had actually finished it a bit of towards last week, but I messed around and didn't have the connector that I needed. So it is now nice and finished and done. So I got to get it shipped out today. It's going, I don't know, it's going to the southern states somewhere. We won't say where. The other coax already left for Hawaii yesterday. So it's gone. I've got to, hey, thanks for liking it. Appreciate you, Roy. Thank you. Mordecai, thank you for liking the stream. So these got to get shipped out separately. So I'm going to put these in front of me somewhere so I can remember that they need to go in a box or something. I'll put them over with the 393 is what I'll do. That way I'll remember 2 different shipments need to be shipped out. So my next thing I've got to do is I actually had a package that was delivered today, and I don't know where that package is. So we're going to be doing some bird meter setups here really soon. So I'm going to be doing a triple meter setup, but my meter housing is not here. It said it got delivered today, and I don't know where that delivery package is. I'll respond to you, Dean, after this in a little while. I'm just tied up at the moment. Also, like I said, Ridge Runner, make sure you send me your address so I can send this hat out. So that's also going in the ship out section. So I need to put the hat over there too. So now let me go back over here and get my affairs in order. So this is where I've got to be smart and make sure I don't mess up. So I got that order. That should have been, that's completed. Let's go to active orders. I'm trying not to share everybody's information here while I'm still getting stuff done. It's driving me nuts. I've got almost 1,000 foot of my RG-400 that's sitting on a truck right now, and that truck is sitting about 60 miles from here, and I'm supposed to be working on that wire tonight, and I can't work on it because it's not here. Driving me nuts, man. This needs to be cut. I guess I could do that. I already got that. That's fine. I'll show you guys how that works. What else needs to be done? That needs to be done. This bird meter setup needs to be done. I'm still waiting on these connectors. They'll be on the way. Oh, I can do these. So I'm going to work on this real quick. This is a DIN split feed. So I'm going to show you guys how to build some braid, and we'll get these done because I've got to build a bunch of braid, and I'm going to get my butt in order. This is the most important thing for me to get done because it's holding up like 3 orders. I found a bunch of these things because I'm a pack rat, thank God. And now I can actually finish some jobs. So I'm going to cut some braid, and I'll show you guys how I do this. I've got literally thousands of, I don't know, not thousands. I would say at least 600-700 foot of coax just sitting all over everywhere. It's in the way. All right, let's get this braid out of here. So, if you guys have not heard of something called a connector-based split feed, that's because I'm not the only one in the world who's ever built stuff like this, but it's very unique to what I do. Let's just say it that way, to some degree. So I need, how many of these do I need? Let's just do it. So I need at minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we need to do, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of those. That'll be fine. And I'm not concerned with that. That don't matter to me. I'll grab some more of the other stuff later. So, what I do is, man, I need to cut one of these. Let me see if I can turn this camera real quick. I don't know if this will work. I'm sure it probably won't, but we will try. So we'll go up and zoom in as far as we can. You can't see a dang thing. Let's open the polarizer up. There's like a, dude, that's not too bad. So I'm going to take you guys on in TikTok with me real quick. Give me just a second. So this might not be as cool, but it is what it is. the microphone will still be with me on Facebook, guys. So I'm going to take TikTok with me. Let's unhook that and see if everything just shuts off. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'm good. All right. So here we go, guys. So you guys are going to come with me. I'm going to show you guys how to cut a piece of Teflon. Hey, what's up, Pigpen? Waving a hand, man. Copied that about to head to Cleveland. I hope you enjoy your Cleveland trip. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's get over here. So we got to... Can't let you guys see my trash. A mess. All right, let's go over here. I got boxes everywhere. Now, this is a whole mess, but I don't care. We're not worried about it. We'll just show you guys anyway. So, what I'm doing... I can't see what the heck I'm doing right here. I need a tripod. Can you guys see? I don't know. Maybe I'll look on the TV. Can't see the TV from here, so whatever. So this is a mess. Don't care. Gotta work. So I've got a piece of Teflon. I'm going to run over here and grab it. Ooh. Take one of these. Can you guys see? Mostly. Let's get it to focus. Focus, please. Focus. So there's a little polarizer on this thing. Let me pull it off. This thing is extremely expensive, so I gotta be careful. Watch me drop it. Focus, please. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. No, not big enough. All right, TikTok, I'm coming back. Forgive me, guys. I'm sorry. So this is a piece of Teflon, but it's not the piece of Teflon I want. This is a piece of Teflon. And this is also a piece of Teflon. This is the piece of Teflon I want. I wonder if I can get 3 cuts out of it. I don't know. Is this also the piece of Teflon? Nope, it's not. So I've got to get some more Teflon. Pretty soon. This is a puck. Right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hope you guys can. I might have the camera in the wrong spot. Might have it zoomed in too much. I don't know. I can't really tell because I got stupid privacy filter on my screen. Let me go over to the TV and look. Can you guys see on YouTube and Facebook? Maybe. Looks like you guys can see pretty well over there. Yeah, we're doing good. I'm going to turn the camera just a little bit. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for checking this stuff out. Hopefully it's interesting to you guys. But like I said, we're working on some Teflon now. So I'm getting this cut. A little wider than that. There's another puck. I should be able to turn the camera because I actually did watch the video real quick. That way. That way. Cool. I won't be cutting a lot more of those just simply because it's too tight, too close. I don't know what I'll do. So this clamp's too far in. It won't go long. It won't go far enough. That won't work. I'll have to cut this one separately later on. Cut it down. I'll just cut the ones that matter. Just 2 of them for now. I'll show you guys the rest of them later. Move that out the way. We're just cleaning this edge off real quick. Alright, well, I'm just going to show you guys the concept. I'm going to have to do some more work off the camera with this stuff. It just takes too long. You guys end up leaving, and it takes too long to do it. So, I just got the pucks made. You guys can see how they're done. This is how they're set up. And we'll run back over here and do our video. Ouch. So, forgive the mess. There's a big giant mess over here, and I do care, but I'm not gonna cry about it and say that I didn't cause it. I made the mess, so I got to deal with it. So, YouTube, zoom out, go back down there. So see how bright this screen is, and you can't like compensate for how bright it is. Ooh, that was risky. Let me screw this screen back on. Give me just a second, TikTok. So this thing's like a lot of, I mean, it's not a bunch of money, but it's enough money to make me not want to break it. So see how I can change the brightness. So it's really for when I'm at the outdoor events and stuff. It's called an ND filter. All right. So you guys saw how the pucks were made. Now I'm going to show you guys how I do the other equipment, but I just got to mock it up so you guys can see. So there's going to be an insulator here, and that's how it's going to set up, right? Hey, copy that, Joe. Appreciate you back. Thank you for subscribing, man. I do appreciate it. It's I do this stuff all the time. So we're going to go something like this right here, and then we're going to pull this other end around and then measure off what we want to do on this. And then we'll just match all these links on all these braids. Something like this, something like that right there. So now I want it to be about that long, and that one to be about that long. That should be pretty dang close to what I want on both sides. It's there and there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's fine. One, two. So now let's clean up our back edge. When you cut short pieces like that, go to the trash can because it's going to make a mess. So see how much difference it is? It's not much, but it is enough difference to make it annoying. So we'll cut all our 3 of these real quick. 1, 2, 3. This can also, if you watch this video enough, this is also how you'll build ground straps the same way. You will not have to do anything different. Just build ground straps the same way as this. If you want to get a press brake, not a press brake, but if you want to get a bench press, then it will do exactly what I'm doing with a hammer, a lot more efficiently and a lot better. I just haven't bought one because I keep forgetting to buy it, to be honest. I could have bought one many times over. I just keep forgetting every time I go by a store. Only place that's going to have it's like Northern Tool or Harbor Freight. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this right here is some braid that I use. It can be used also as wire loom if you really wanted it to. Eight doing SMA. Yeah, SMA ain't no fun, man, for sure. It's definitely a lot smaller. I do surface mount soldering for my other business, so I don't really care too much how small it gets. I go all the way down to 0.0201 package size, so that doesn't bother me too much. But I'm sure tedious things does bother some guys. What's up? Hello, Mrs. D. Wynn. Thank you, James. Appreciate you following. Hope you're doing well, man. I finished cutting all these, so I don't need that braid that just fell on the floor. I'm gonna put it away though. Oh, Mike, thanks for liking the stream. Max, thanks for liking the stream. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Andrew, I don't know if I told you thank you for following, but I do appreciate it. It is absolutely cool that you guys like this content enough to be able to ask for it to show up more on your screen. It's humbling and appreciated for sure. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do 3 of these, and then we'll do 3 of these. So what I have to do here is I have to turn the camera a little bit. What's your opinion on brought back Galaxy 88 and Superstar 88HL? 88HL is not a bad radio by any means. There's definitely some serious solder joint issues that it's always had, so you're going to have to keep that in mind when dealing with it. All right, so now on TikTok, I got to tilt you guys, and I can't figure out how to make this thing tilt. Oh, it already is tilting. No wonder. So you stay down there. So we're going down there real quick, just for a second. Not super far. Come on, man. You can do it. Whatever. You guys can maybe see. So YouTube, we're easy. We got a more flexible gimbal we can move. So we're just taking this bench vise down here. Simple vise, not doing nothing special. We're setting the vise down right here. We're going to set the wire inside of the vise. I think it's in the right shot for TikTok to see, in the right shot for YouTube to see. YouTube, it's a little dark. I'm sorry. I don't really video underneath my bench that much, so we're just doing something simple. If you had, like I said, about a 20-ton press on your bench, you could do exactly this without having to use a hammer. There's a reason I'm doing this, and it's not a crimp. So don't get confused and think I'm crimping a wire. I'm not crimping the wire. Hey, Shauna, thanks for sharing the live. I do appreciate it. What's up, Andrew? Hope you're doing well over there on Facebook. Pigpen, I think I already said hello to you. If you guys got questions, y'all feel free to holler anytime you want. Same thing, just flatten that booger out. Next one, let's go on to the next one. One more wire. Like I said, I do appreciate you guys. Thanks for liking it. Thanks for asking questions. Thanks for sharing this stuff. You guys are cool. If you guys got questions, feel free to ask. There's no question that's dumb on the RF supply. If it has to do with RF theory, if it has to do with figuring out what the heck I'm doing, ask, please. I'll be happy to explain it. So don't get confused, guys. Yeah, kind of just for ground wire, but not exactly a ground wire. It could be used as ground wire. So this specifically is being used in a fashion where I am going to be using it as a shield wire and a center conductor wire. So it's going to split the feed of my coax. So that's what it's going to do. Rather than terminating into a connector, I'm terminating into bolts. All right, so like I said, questions are welcome. All right, all 6 of those are done. We don't have to go back up underneath the bench until I do 6 more. So go back up above the bench, back up above the bench, Let's zoom in on Facebook. If it's blurry, let me know on Facebook. I can probably zoom in a bit on TikTok too. So, let's bring this bench vise on up here and show you guys the rest of this. So I'm going to try to keep these separated just simply because there is a small difference in the length of them. Not that it matters terribly. I think I zoomed in too much on both of them. Let's zoom out a little bit. We got a whole bench vise right here to work with, so let's camera up over here. Something like that should be fine. Let's change the brightness up real quick. There we go, as bright as we can get. Oh, is my puzzle coming up? Here we go on TikTok. My puzzle. Ah, you little dirtbag, I beat you. So TikTok, after about an hour in the live, if you guys ever go live, be careful and watch your phone. Because there will be a puzzle that pops up. And if you do not pass that puzzle, then your live will end. So don't be trying to go to bed on the live. And if you are watching somebody going to bed on live, then I think TikTok's already ended that for one. And if they didn't, then they are not actually in bed. Because somebody has to watch that screen and has to actually pass the puzzle. If they don't pass the puzzle, then the live is over. So, about an hour in, make sure when you're doing your live, if you ever decide to do one, make sure you look at your phone and go to that puzzle and pass the puzzle. Not everybody goes live for an hour though, so it's part of it. I only solder all my wires. This is going to be soldered. This right here, what we're doing, this is for impedance. So yes, you can absolutely solder wire. I absolutely advocate for soldering wire. Solder is what's called an excellent electrical conductor. That's making a very good electrical connection. Whenever you use any sort of clamping force or crimping force or any sort of connection like that, that is a good mechanical connection. It is not a good electrical connection. This is not a crimp, what I just did right here. That's not a true crimp. All I did was flatten the wire out for a uniform impedance flow right here. So that's what I'm trying to do, make sure it doesn't actually modify the impedance in a major way from one end of the cable to the other. So it's a bit of RF theory in there. It's less about power and transferring power as it is transferring the proper impedance. So, like I said, questions, feel free to ask. If you guys don't mind, if you don't mind tapping your screen on TikTok, it would be great. Just simply because TikTok decided that it wants a lot more likes than what Facebook and YouTube does for it to be considered a good video. So if you guys don't mind, feel free to tap the screen if you are enjoying what you're seeing. If I answer your questions or if you want to know something, feel free to ask, and then you can like the stream or like the live. If you guys feel like it, share it with your friends or just copy the link, either one. I mean, all of it's appreciated because all it does is just bring it forward to more people. I'm being unprofessional and not paying attention. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate you liking the stream, man. Liking the live, man. Appreciate you. Questions are welcome. Don't feel like you're not welcome, guys. So this is for, hey, thanks for liking the stream, man. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tapping it, man. It's appreciated. For some reason, like I said, TikTok just decides that if you don't tap the screen, nobody likes the video. So even though you guys are sitting in here and enjoying it and trying to figure stuff out, it's still not working. So yes, it could be a good for grounding. These could be used for grounding straps. It would be more ideal if you had a ground strap that was a DC ground strap, just specifically for a DC application. You would not need to flatten the terminal out. You just want to make sure it's, yes, these are bonding straps. They're more for an RF application, yes. So they could be used very much as bonding straps. These are specifically being used. Thank you, Junior. Appreciate you liking the live, man. Appreciate you, man. But these specifically are being used as a split to the feed. So it allows me to take my center conductor and my shield, and it allows me to split them to 2 different bolts on a antenna or even a tuner if I really wanted to. So we call this a split feed. This is what the nickname for it. You gotta be careful. I don't know what I was calling you for. Sounds good, Six Pack. I'll give you a shout. I think it was about North Carolina. That's what I was going to ask you about. Thank you guys for liking it. Oh, heck yeah, you guys are awesome, man. See, we went from 800 likes to 3,000 because of you guys. You guys are awesome. And that, like I said, for some reason on TikTok, that matters. I can have 40 likes on Facebook and they don't care. They'll still promote the video and stuff like that. But when it comes to TikTok, unless there's like a ton of them, I don't know. It's just something about their algorithm. But thank you guys very much. I appreciate you. Maybe it might be wearing out your index finger, or your thumb, or whatever, but I do appreciate it. It helps a lot, just so you guys know. Let's grab that over there, put it on the mat. Next, Copy, you're going to be there. I'm going to order some ABR, but now I see how you make them. Yeah, absolutely, man, for sure. I do these lives simply to show you guys how this stuff is done. It does not hurt my feelings to explain it and let you guys see how it's built. I even sell the wire by itself. So if you guys just want to order, say, I don't know, 50 foot of RG-400, or you want to order 100 foot of 1 5/8, or you want to order some 1/2 flex, or whatever. I've got it all for the most part. I've even got some, not exactly, it's not LMR, but it's LMR style. I've got about 500 foot of it left. I don't even sell that stuff normally, just because I don't sell wire that small, unless it's like a smaller flexible wire. But yeah, if you guys want anything, I have a company that does this. It's dwinsrfsupply.com. That's where you can buy that stuff. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, Eric. Thanks for Aloysius. Thanks for the follow. Coop Gary, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate y'all. Y'all guys, there's the next key down we're talking about. I was talking with Six Pack about it in the comments here. Is going to be in North Carolina at the end of the month. It is not the next actual key down. There's one in Cleveland coming up, and that will be the next event that other people will be going to. I can't make that one. It's just too much to be able to try to make all these events. But I will be in North Carolina next. And then after that, I will be at the Wolfman meet in the last Saturday in October. I should be in Gulfport, I think, maybe the following weekend. If I can make Gulfport, I'm going to try to do my best to make it Gulfport. And then I don't know what else. Next year, I'm not 100% sure about Lapo Hoi Hoi. I got to make sure it doesn't hit at the same time as Hamcation in Orlando. Because I'm going to be going to, most likely next year, I'm going to be going to Dayton, and I'm going to be going to Hamcation. Those are the two hamfests I will be going to. All right. I don't know whose comments are getting filtered, but hopefully you're not saying nothing rude and stuff. If you are getting filtered and it's doing it in a way that's, how do you say it? Like, not, you guys aren't figuring out getting to ask questions you want to ask, please feel free to ask again, comment again, and I will try to respond if I see it pop up on the screen. Cobby, hadn't been to Dayton in 15 years. Appreciate it. Yeah, I want to check out the new location. I was talking to some guys about it. Some guys who've been there for many years. I had another fella just went, a friend of mine. Let me do this real quick. He went this year. He did a short video on it. I would just like to be able to, I don't know, do whatever I can to help any of these hobbies out. Anything in the RF world, I try to share as much as possible. It's something I like to try to do. All right, so thanks for the follow, Seth. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I heard a lot about that old arena for sure. Or the old location. I don't know much about the actual event because I didn't go to that one. I went to Lawrenceville Hamfest, and I don't remember what other Hamfests I've been to. Not a ton of them. All right, so, but I will be going, like I said, some more next year. So I've got a neat little tool that I use for this stuff, and I'm going to show you guys what that tool is. Milwaukee sells it, and if you guys need to get something by pretty quickly and hook something up, this is the longer. These are the ones I want to use. I want to use these next. So this is a drill and tap set. So see what it is? It allows you to drill and tap at the same time. I am a lazy bum, let's just say. See right here? We've got Northeast Ham Expo coming up in a couple weeks near Boston. Yeah, I heard a bit about some of those for sure coming up. If I haven't shared that one, then I need to get a flyer for it and try to share it. But Hamcation and Dayton, for generally accepted by most to be the two biggest. So that's why I'm probably going to go to one of those, both of those, just simply because I'm trying to share as good of an event as possible for you guys, so you guys can hopefully get a picture of what these events are like. Especially, like, some of the guys in my RF community have never heard of ham radio at all. They've only ever been in broadcast. Other guys that follow me have only been in CB. That's all they've ever done. Other guys that follow me have only ever done broadcast. That's it. So broadcast, telecom, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. All of it. I like to do whatever I can, if possible, to bring them, like, to support all of them. So if there's an event that I can go to that supports one of them, I'm going to do what I can to make it. So that's my goal. That's the plan. I have got some brass equipment and hardware. So this is the brass washers that I have right over here. So there's just a pile of washers, all kinds of different sizes. But there's also a pile of brass screws up here. I just found them. So I'm going to use this now. End of this month in Shelby, North Carolina. Yeah, so I need to write those down. There's one in a couple weeks, and I need to share that because I've got a group on Facebook. It's D-Win's, what the heck, amateur events and whatever coming up. And then I've got another one for key downs and stuff, for the key down events. So I made a couple groups to be able to share all these events and all, happen in all these places. But I got to find the flyers to be able to put them there. So if you guys get an opportunity on the Hamfest, on the any sort of key downs or anything like that, any event whatsoever that's happening, feel free to please send it to me and send me a flyer. That way I can try my best to share it on the groups that I have made. That way I kind of bring all that information into one big source, if possible. Especially to a source that I can direct straight to. I mean, yeah, sure, I can tell everybody, hey, go to the ARRL website and check it out. Yeah, cool, that's fine, but not everybody's going to do that. If I put it in their face, then maybe they'll do it. So that's the plan. Let us grab some parts. I'm going to cut these shorter, I guess. I'm kind of getting low on these. So this is fine. So I don't know what size this screw is, right? So random screw should fit in the hole. It lines up where everything's done. So all I got to do is knock the threads out, right? Okay, what size screw is it? So let's go ahead and check the thread pitch, right? Okay, we figured out it's at least a 32 pitch. The guess is it might be a 1032, right? That's the guess. Well, is it really? Is that what it is? You get a tool set like this. You can buy it off of Amazon or off of eBay or whatever for, I think, like, I don't know, $30 or something like that. Tells you all the sizes right here. And then you take your tool and you just, let's just check. It looks like it fits this, right? So let's check and see. So if we looked, this right here is a metric M5 by 0.8. It would thread in here, but if you look, I can't really show you guys. See how wobbly that thread is? It doesn't thread very well, right? So we go over here to a standard. Let's check out a 1032. Watch it be a 1232. I try to screw it into the 1032, and it screws right in just fine. So this is the screw that it is. So you guys know. So if you check the threads, they're not wobbly, they don't shake, they don't do anything like that. They're not moving around. If I was to check that closer, oh, I'm sorry, Facebook guys. I should have zoomed out some more. That's what I get. TikTok can see just fine, but Facebook can't see that well. So this is a tool. What's the key to? Yeah, drag race for, yeah, it's a drag, it's basically a competition events for the mono-banded guys. So these guys will get Suburbans, they'll have a bunch of alternators, and they'll be, one day a year, they'll come out and they'll compete. And they'll have pots and all kinds of stuff like that. They have another event similar to it. I'm gonna try to start sharing them if I can. It's a HF event. I think it's 140 megahertz and it's in Indonesia. So they line up side by side, they have a little light, and they're sitting at two tables. And they're yelling into the microphone, whatever they can yell in Indonesian. I'm not sure what the language is there, I apologize. And they're talking to a receiving station. So it's pretty interesting. So I will try to share that event. There's, like I said, there's all kinds of events like this. I just try to bring light to them and just try to, I don't know, the whole RF community, I try to make it accessible to guys. There's a lot of reasons that people got into radio, and back in the day, Smokey and the Bandit and Convoy got a lot of people into radio. And then that brought a lot of people over to the HF world, into the amateur world. There's guys that got into other types of communication like GMRS and things like that because of that. There's a lot of things that brought about. So I try to, I don't care what it is, I try to support it in any way. Even if some guys don't like what they're doing, the whole point is to try to make the hobby better. Maybe some guys will move over to the other area or something like that. But some guys are just outlaws, and other guys are guys that like to mind their P's and Q's and have their own QSOs and talk different ways. Other guys are QRP guys that just want to talk with low power, and that's all they do. There's all sorts of people, and the world's big enough for all of them. But I got people out there in my comments and on my pages and things like that want to try to bring down other people just because they're doing something they don't want them to do. And that's not what this page is about. It's supporting all areas of RF, whether it be somebody in telecom, whether it be somebody in broadcast, whether it be somebody in GMRS. I don't care. If you're interested in communications, please do something with it, because other people, it's not gonna, it will not survive if everybody wants to hate everybody. It's not going to work. You can't do that. So I support all communications. Different classes. Yep. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate you. Some coax line, have compressed air in them. Yes, I do know why, Callie. They use an air dielectric is so Dielectric strength is something very complicated to explain, right? So this material is a dielectric material. It isolates connections from point A to point B. This material right here is also a dielectric. Air is a dielectric. It has its own dielectric strength. Pressurized air with, like, say, nitrogen or something like that, where it's more pure, doesn't have other contaminants in there, no mineral deposits or anything like that. That also has a dielectric strength. A vacuum, just space, nothingness, that is also a dielectric. So there are other materials that isolate connections between point A to point B. So you can look inside here, from this connection inside to this connection, there's an insulator separating those two. It's called a dielectric. So that's the reason you see some coaxes with air, some coaxes with Teflon, some coaxes with foam polyethylene right here. This is foam. It's injected with a bunch of extra air in it. Some coaxes will have, if you look at what's called ladder line, the dielectric there, to some degree, is just the insulating material between the two. It's just a piece of plastic. Thank you, Leo. Appreciate you following, man. I do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the likes, guys. You guys have definitely made it a much better live with the likes. Not for it's for TikTok, not for me. Just simply because they don't really care if you guys are enjoying it and hanging it out and watching the videos and whatever. They don't care unless they see likes on the screen. They think that the live was a failure. Give me just a second. I guess I'll take you guys on TikTok with me. You guys liked it enough a while ago, so I'll drop you guys down lower. Whoop, hold on. My hand's in the way. Give me a second. So I have a gimbal right here, so we can go up and down, and it'll keep us nice and level while we're walking. But also, I don't want you guys to see my nasty bench. You guys will see plenty of it. I don't really care too much. But we're just going to go right over here, and we're going to grind some of this stuff down. So I'm going to put you guys right, maybe, this is a bad spot. I'll put you guys right here. There we go. Something like that. Give me just a second and grind this down. How do I want to do this? I might not have should have brought you this close. I'm sorry. Turn your volume down just for a second. I think it's too loud. Is there a way to mute the audio? I'm going to mute it just for a second. Sorry, Facebook. All right, I unmuted the mic. So maybe you guys didn't get mad at me for muting that, but so well, this is what we did. We just grinded these down. If we didn't do a good enough job, you guys will see in just a few seconds. You guys see some sockets and some other stuff down there. All right, so whoop, let's not do that. Let's turn the screen on. So, let's say it this way. I don't say, well, let's keep the chat rolling. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you, Joshua. That's absolutely appreciated, man. So we're just deburring a little bit right there. Cleaning that up. Next piece we're going to do, deburr this, clean that up, Cool, Gary. What's up, man? I've seen you in the ranking up top, so I like to at least say what's up to you. Joshua and Bob's already in there too. Thank you guys too. So we see how we line this up. So now what we need to do is I need to line this up on the end right here. Oh, so close. Give me just 1 second. Facebook and YouTube land. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn this thing back on. Try not to burn myself because this thing gets hot fast. Copper is a very good heat conductor. So it has very good thermal transfer properties. So it'll transfer it right to my fingers. I didn't cut enough, guys. All right, I'm back. Whoa. So what I have to do in order to fit this on this contact is I have to hit it right here on this inside edge. Can you guys see that on there? And Facebook guys, see if I can get it to focus. Right on the inside edge. So I can't have a very big terminal on the end of this because the contact surface area is small. FM sats and International Space Station on Tuesday nights. Looking for DX on 20 meters from your ham club. That's cool. We are in the good part of the solar cycle for everybody. So no matter what frequency you operate on, it is definitely enjoyable. What's up, Fuji? Waving a hand, man. You can shut down people, but the hobby needs folks with the slightest stars. Yeah, for sure, man. I just, like, disrespectful and rude and just terrible people. Yeah, sure, they should probably go away from the hobby. But to isolate and say, all ham guys are just nothing but snobs, or to say all CB guys are nothing but idiots or whatever, or just what do you call it, chicken banders or whatever. If you want to use derogatory terms towards one another, it doesn't help the hobby. If you guys like, oh, that guy don't know what he's talking about, he just works on equipment for a living, like he just works on cell phone towers, he don't know nothing about radio. What does that do? That doesn't help anything. That just makes everything worse. See if I can get this thing to focus back on me. There we go. We're back in. You guys on TikTok will get the good life at some point in time. We've got a yeah, exactly. Radio is radio. Let's enjoy it, man. It's fun. I enjoy everything to do with RF in general. I like building it. I like communicating. I like learning about it. I like talking to other guys about what they do. Like what Josh is in here doing, it's definitely appreciated for sure, because I like to ask questions like that. That's good questions for sure. So we're going to cut 2 more of these and get this ready. So if I had a machine shop, I would probably like doing this stuff a little bit more. But I don't have a machine shop. I have an RF supply company. So I do not like doing these as much. It could be funner. There's definitely things I could do, but it's a lot of work for me. I've got one more hiding over here. Let me grab it. Hey, Jesus, thanks for liking the stream, man. Appreciate you. Fuji, thank you for liking the stream. I did see it in the comments, but I didn't say thanks for liking the stream. Maybe when North Carolina comes back around, maybe, just maybe, I'll get my TikTok back right, and you guys will get a better camera. Because I have let me show you guys on TikTok what you guys are missing. I don't know if you guys like it or not, but who knows, we'll see. So we don't have the gimbal right now, but this is what guys on Facebook and stuff are looking at. See that little screen right there? Watch it follow my head. See? It goes left and right, and then I zoom in close to it, and it backs off, and then I back up, and it zooms in. It's a cool little camera. So all this interaction that I'm doing with you guys can't see me saying stuff back to you. So I like talking, of course, but at the same time, I like interacting too. I'm more of a hands-on, what's up, hey, how you doing? RF, it's a fun critter to play with, no matter the frequency. Hang on, Bob. Look. You ready, Bob? Watch this. Bob is going to have an aneurysm real quick. So, let's zoom out real quick. Ryobi. 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 And Ryobi. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I have a few Ryobi tools. So TikTok Studio I do not have running at the same time. I have OBS Studio. So I run OBS and maybe I can link in TikTok Studio somehow through like an RTMP. But I have not tried to do that yet. I probably should, but I can go through a company called Streamlabs, and what it allows me to do. Let me go right here. Bought one Ryobi charger and then bought the whole wall. Yeah, it's I haven't tried. I guess I probably should. I can just do TikTok Studio. The reason I didn't like TikTok Studio was it took up a lot of data, and I'm using a little 8.9 inch screen, so I probably should just do that. It won't ban me as often. It keeps banning me on Streamlabs because I'm doing because I had a little screen that popped up. Where's TikTok at? Let me show you guys real quick. So I had a little screen that popped up right over here that said such and such like the stream, such and such like the stream, and that's the guys on Facebook and YouTube. But it said I was trying to fake the likes and fake all the different people that's watching my stuff because somebody was liking the stream that wasn't on TikTok. So yeah, I couldn't figure it out. It happened like 5 times to me, and it was a week every single time, and it's pissing me off. And I finally figured it out. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm breaking that rule. Let me fix that real quick. So I turned that off, and it hasn't given me any trouble yet, but then again, I haven't had the chance yet. It's like a week. I'm like a week and a half into this crap, waiting on it to unban me. And now I'm under review on the Streamlabs thing. I'm not under review for my normal TikTok stuff. I can make a TikTok live as much as I want, but doing what's called an RTMP stream, that's what I'm under review for. Which is, I don't know, it's frustrating, but I'm very much one to follow any rules that somebody gives me, as long as they're reasonable. Like, if you say, I can't be on any other platform at the same time as I'm on yours, that's kind of ridiculous. That's a bit controlling. But if you say, don't try to advertise the other platforms while you're on this platform, yeah, sure, I can do that. I'll follow the rules there. I ain't got no problems with that. So I'm not actively out there trying to get people, hey, come over to my other platform over here. No, I don't care. I'll meet you where you're at. Link to the input. Dang it. Bob and Joshua over here is in the conversation, and I'm out of the loop. I ain't seeing it. Dan, appreciate you liking the stream, man. Hope you're having a good one, man. So, what to do? Bought a Ryobi token and bought the whole wall of them. Run through OBS. You should have a link to input into OBS. I did that with rigid lifetime warranty. What did you do with rigid lifetime warranty? I missed it. Oh, rigid. Yeah, I got rigid. Yeah. My father ran a bunch of rigid, so we had quite a bit of rigid, and then my brother runs some rigid too. Rigid's fine. I have no problems with that. I like Milwaukee too. I have a bunch of Milwaukee tools over here. The reason I did Ryobi was because I have some really oddball stuff. I have a pressure washer in Ryobi, a small like handheld pressure washer that goes up to 600 psi. I have a soldering station. I have multiple Dremel stations. I have, what the heck else do I got? I got a spotlight. I got 2 different glue guns. I've got another type of spotlight, it's a floodlight. I have, I don't know, a brad nailer. I've got a cutoff tool. I've got a fan. I've got a misting fan. I've got a buffer tool. I've got a right angle normal drill. I've got regular impacts. I've got a small cutoff wheel with a 3-inch cutoff wheel. I've got, a multi-tool, like all kinds of stuff. I've got a bug zapper, literally a bug zapper in Ryobi. So this is the reason that I have those tools, so you guys don't get super confused. I have them because they have oddball stuff that I use. Give me a second. What am I building? I am building a split feed. I'm building actually 3 split feeds right now. So I'm building a split feed for some 1/2-inch Helix and some 1/2-inch split feeds right now. 1/2-inch flex. So that's what I'm currently in the process of building. I've got to build all these. I finished up some RG-393. I've got some more RG-400. The bad thing is the RG-400 I need right now. Thanks for liking the stream, Michael. Appreciate you, Ben. The problem is I've got literally almost 1,000 foot of this stuff sitting in a truck about 50 miles from here. But the dude, it says it's out for delivery. Your package is running late. The dude went to bed and he's got the daggum GPS sitting on his daggum house right now. So I could go and knock on his door and ask for my package, but that would be kind of rude. So, just making sure there's threads in all these, and then we're going to use a fancy tool that you guys have probably seen before, but you guys will see it in just a moment even more. Let me see if this is the right size. That's the wrong size. Nah, that's 832 for that one. Do I have any of them left? Nope, 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 and nope. So that's fine. I'll use this. Yeah, it's all of them. I need one more. So one more is right here. Make sure this thread's in. Yeah, I'm building coax. These are what's called a split feed. So they're connector-based split feed. So what I do is when you have an antenna that requires bolts, this allows you to run those bolts while keeping your weather mitigation, while keeping your weather protection on your connectors. So if you look on, say, a piece of 7/16 DIN right here, this right here has got an O-ring here, an O-ring inside here, an O-ring inside this lip right here, and then it is sealed from the exterior. So it's literally 3 different O-rings on this connector. If I was to take a coax, just whatever coax, I don't care what kind of coax. Say I take this right here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this shield back, and I'll put a braid on the side of the shield right here, and I'll put a braid on the center conductor. I've just exposed this entire connector to the weather. So now I have to worry about whether or not weather can get inside there, and I have water that's intruding into my wire. And that's a big time no-no, and I just can't handle that. That doesn't work. So I'll show you guys what I'm about to do. Line this up right here. You guys are awesome. Thanks for liking the stream or liking the live. I do appreciate it. If you guys didn't click it, then it wouldn't spread it out to other people. Other people can see this stuff. So thank you. Appreciate you tapping the screen. It's I'm wearing you guys' thumbs or index fingers out, but I do appreciate it. Red dot would help you keep items in frame. Yeah, I do appreciate that too. Because I am on Facebook. Let me back up right here. So I normally have one camera I'm looking at, Junior, but the problem is right now I'm looking at 2 separate cameras because TikTok's got me kicked off of their RTMP streaming setup, and I'm having to do something a little different right here. So let me make you guys a little bit more better picture there. Yeah, it's I'm not a full-time videographer or whatever streaming dude. I'm a dude who knows stuff about RF theory and builds wire. You guys just get to watch. So as far as like my expertise and knowledge in the video world, as far as doing the shots and getting camera angles right and getting everything on the video proper, it's just not there. I mean, I've got some degree of knowledge there, but there's other guys that play around with cameras way more than me, and that play around with streaming way more than me. It's not my area of expertise. I will be the first to admit on stuff that I don't know. Copy this. See the little screen in the top left of your screen. I see the little screen. How do you see? Oh, no, you don't see the little screen. You see a mirror. So right over here on the left is a mirror. So I have, that actually could be my little homemade TikTok screen. Check us out. Bump you guys over just a little bit. So Facebook over here has got the, yeah, let me bump it up a little bit real quick. Boom. Let's go out here. That's funny. But yeah, there's a mirror right here on this thing right here. It's dirty as crap because I keep working on my bench. Normally I will work over there on that workbench over there you guys saw, but I've been doing a lot of stuff on the bench just so you guys can stay and hang out. What happened? I heard a sound. I got like PTSD from these computers disconnecting and connecting. It went doo-doo. I was making sure nothing disconnected. No, we're good. But, yeah, I know. Look, hang on. Let me get down lower so I'm at the right angle. What's up? All right. So, sorry, that was funny. All right. See if I made a mistake. Cut too far. I'll complain about it in a minute if I did. So what I'm doing is, this is brass and it's very easy to cut, so I can use this to cut my threads. So as I pull it out, it will clean the threads at the same time as starting the threads. I am making what's called a split feed right here. So this is a termination, you would say, for a type of coax. So if you got coax, let me show you guys real quick. I'm not quite at the point where I can show you guys the finished product, but I will show you guys the concept real quick. Let me show you over here. So let's find an end right here. So we have an end right here, right? But whatever coax we're hooking up on, whatever piece we're using, doesn't have this end. Let me fix that real quick. It's in a bind. So it doesn't have this end right here. It has a bolt here and a bolt there. Well, what the heck am I going to do? How am I going to hook up to that connection? So what I'll do is I'll take this little insulator right here. I can't really show you guys perfectly, like I said, and I'll hook up just like that. And I'll have one braid here and another braid up here, and that'll go to one bolt and that'll go to the other bolt. That is what's called a connector-based split feed. I sell those and build those through my RF supply. So maybe that gets the picture for you guys so you guys can understand what I'm doing. I do that in all sorts of wire and all sorts of sizes, all the way up to 1 5/8" right here, and all the way down to just regular UHF connectors too. I do it in all sizes. It doesn't matter. To be honest, the smaller ones are actually a bit harder to build. Yeah, I know, right? So any more questions, you guys feel free to ask. Like I said, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm happy to get you guys, hopefully, interested in this stuff. And maybe out there building something of your own. So I can show you guys how to do it. Like I said, these are tutorial videos, so you guys can feel free to copy. Thank you, Junior. Appreciate you, man. So there's several guys out there on Facebook, several guys out there on TikTok. Like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying this stuff. I hope it is kind of brought a little bit different world to your view, or reminded you of something that you haven't done for a while. But that's me. This is what I do. I do this Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and then I go to events a lot of times. So I will be, like I said, a couple hamfests next year. I missed freaking Dayton this year. I don't know how the heck I missed it, but I missed Dayton. But I'll be at a couple hamfests. I'll be at several different key downs, just simply because I do things to help these guys out. I try to donate to the clubs whenever I can to try to, I don't know, help them out the best I can. I want these guys to survive, and there's a lot older people in the mono-banded community that are kind of getting out of there. So no, not at the moment, Joshua. I definitely do have equipment where I can. So if you was to see my equipment, I have mono-banded equipment and I have HF equipment. So mono-banded would be, if you go up high, you can see those two little radios up there. Those are just some mono-banded setups. The Apache Labs Anon right there, that's one of my HF rigs. And then the, what is it, the SDX, the 950 SDX Kenwood, that is my other HF rig. And then Ameritron AL1200 over there. Let's get back in the little selfie camera mode over here. yeah, I got a few toys over here. I got toys for everybody. Don't matter who you are. I think Bob was interested in this. I haven't showed many people. I showed it on one of my lives, and Bob was mentioning it a while back. There's your custom bird meter. It's got forward reading and reflected reading, and it's got a dual line section built in. Cool as crap. Just rare. As far as I know, it's rare. I ain't seen another one. They probably made them years ago, but just not as many no more. All right. So this is ready. So what I'm going to have to do is something really weird, and you guys are going to get confused. But this is what we do next. Let me think if this is right. Yeah, this is right. Balance. Don't drop it. So I have the sacrificial pieces that I use right here. Typically, I would use something that's a little deeper than this, but this should work for what I'm going to do right here. Let me think about how I want to do this. I think I should do it like this. So where, oh where, just throw a little bit of, so just so I don't splatter. Throw, what do I got? I should have, that's the one thing I got to do. I got to go back to Home Depot or Lowe's, either one. They got a 10-pack of throwaway black tape, and I love this stuff. It's great. But I said I had a ton. I bought 20 of them, and now I have finally worked myself down to the bone where I don't have tape just readily available. I've got to dig for it and get something. That's something. I'll have parts. I'll just buy some more parts just so I don't have to dig. Like I got 2 gimbals right now just so I don't have to dig for a phone gimbal. I've got another gimbal on top of that so I don't have to dig for that. I've got about 6 of these stands over here so I don't have to dig for those. Like, no, we're not doing that. But here I am in the middle of my live digging for some daggum tape, whatever. We'll just buy some more. All right, so I need to add water. Let's just do it this way. I'll have to clean it off afterward by hand. And that's just part of the deal. This is what we're going to have to deal with. So the edge of this is going to spill, and that's fine with me. I don't care. I would rather not ruin the connector than I would worry about whether the edge is spilling or not. So, but the other thing is I want to put something wet on this. So what do I got that I can wet? I can cut up a rag. Let's just cut up a rag. Let's do it that way. So let's just cut the end of this rag. I got a bunch of these rags. Let's just do it. I got an old cap I need recap. You mean an old CB maybe? I can recommend you some guys. I don't do any CB work specifically, not through my RF supply at all. I have some companies I can recommend depending on what you're doing. I had a fellow talking about his old Yaesu F2101, and there's a Yaesu guy that's in Florida that I was going to recommend him. Like I said, so you guys got questions, you got recommendations you'd like, I can absolutely point you the right direction if you would like to know where to get some of your stuff worked on. I guess I can be the recommendation company too. Copy the bid on it. Yeah, I don't know, Bob. I've been wanting to rat hole it, man. That's the thing with me. I'm a pack rat, man. I love that stuff. I got a lot of money in that. That's the one piece I probably got, not the most, but I got a lot of money in it for what it is. So it's hard to say if I want to sell it. I don't know. I do apologize. I'm not trying to be. I like to show you guys goodies, but also at the same time, I definitely like some of my own goodies too, and I shouldn't. I should just sell them and leave it alone. But I find interest in this stuff too. So this is. So this may be a little bit ambitious because this terminal is touching the water and it has a very good heat conductivity. So what may end up happening is I might have to heat this up and actually run this down a little bit deeper. Or excuse me, drain some water out, that is. We'll see in just a second if I can get it to heat up. I'm going to zoom in if you guys would like me to zoom in. $50 cash. Break even and some pocket dollars. Break even for me right now, I think, is a little over 400 on that meter. I might scare away buyers just because it's expensive, but I don't know. I liked it, so I bought it. There's a video out there. I liked it, so I bought it. I liked it, so I bought it. I don't know who made that video, but that's what it reminded me of. Now, Josh, I do like it. I've never seen mine until you showed me that one a couple weeks ago. Copy that. Now, this is I would probably not be I'm how do you say it? I wouldn't say I'm like a loyal person in that perspective, but I'm definitely try to be fair type of person. So I would probably give Bob first dibs just simply because Bob was respectful and did ask earlier, and I'm the jerk who hasn't told him a price. So I don't think that would be his fault. So I would definitely try to keep things orderly, just simply because I'm not that type of dude. I don't like to sell stuff out from underneath people, just because just even if I could make extra money, it's just not my thing. So I do apologize if that sounds offensive to the second party, but that's just how I am. I'm sorry. So Bob, I'll probably, if I decide to sell, I'll get you a price, and if you back out, then I'll let Joshua. Joshua, tell me if I'm saying your name right. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. But if am I saying, is Joshua? Is that how I say it, or is it? We got to get like the, what do you call it? Whenever you go on Google and you type in a letter or something like that, it has a little explainer that says like TJ, TEEJAYYY, TJ. All right, Joshua, cool. So I am currently burning this stupid zip tie up here, and it's getting on my nerves. I'm gonna drop the drop the flame down just a smidge, just so I can localize it a little bit more. So what I'm doing right now is adding a ton of heat to one piece so that I can get one part of the connection hot while keeping the rest of it cool. And I'm doing a little bit too good of a job, apparently, because it's not bonding yet. There you go. Thank you very much. Are you working now? Sorry, I'm focused, guys. We're trying to get enough heat on a connection. And it looks like I'm running out of butane or propane. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing here in just a second. So I'm doing something a little weird whenever I did that, because I'm just cleaning off any of the excessively hot solder that's been melted into place that doesn't have the rosin core built that's still left in it. And I'm just swiping that down into the water. So this right here keeps it at a maximum of 190 degrees. So that means my insulator is safe. It is working extremely well. I need another torch to localize the heat better. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got another torch down here. Is it right here? Nope, that's empty. Where's my other torch? Over here. See if I can find one. I might have used them all. Has that got something in it? Nope. No, that still got something in it. So this is a bit bigger of a flame. It's not as localized. But let's see if it works. I will complain and stop using it in just a few seconds if it don't work. That seems to be working better. So the other one's a precision tool. This one's more of a coarse tool. That's as good as I'm going to do. Right there. That's fine with me. So now, burn into the plastic a little bit, but that's whatever. I wanted to try it and see if it'd work. So let's add a little bit more water. I'll find another method that works a little bit better than this. But until I get something that bonds here, maybe I could, there's probably a braze or a tack weld I could probably do, but I'm bonding a nickel plated connection with a copper connection, so it takes a lot of heat to do that. Maybe I'll cut it down to the brass and that'll get what I need. I'm not really sure if that's the way I should do it or what. I don't know. So this is not deep enough to do what I need it to do. Especially now that I just did that. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. So let's go right here. I'm going to go and use heat from this one, I think. Oh, I'm going to use some bigger solder. I'll find a better method for this later. This has got to be gravity fed. That ain't gonna work that way. So the way I do it for gravity fed is I do it like this. I throw a little bit of water in the hole, and I just leave it in the hole. Let me zoom in real quick so you guys can see. I'm sorry. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There you go. There we go. So I just watched it wick in and do what I needed it to do. It's fine. So it's definitely complicated to explain what I'm doing, but I'm just bonding this connection so I don't have to worry about this ever coming loose for this customer. And also the impedance match is going to be as good as I possibly can make it for what it is. Now the plastic's free, it comes with it. That's definitely no charge. So yeah. All right, cut that off and try that one more time. Let's see if we can do it better. Thanks for sharing the live. Appreciate you, Henry. Well, the vise, the problem is I can't localize the heat. So what I'm doing with this is, see this big bed of water? That right there, nothing can get above the 212 degrees that's inside the hole. So that's the reason I'm doing this specifically. I'm not, it gets confusing whenever you see me do this stuff, and it gets frustrating because you're like, man, why in the world is he not just using something to grab it? I can't put that much heat on it because it'll damage the insulator. So that's what I'm having to do. As long as it don't go bang, yeah. So yeah, this is definitely more the oddball stuff that I would be doing right here, for sure. It'll confuse a lot of people. Just simply because it's not something that you see as normal. Like, what the heck is he doing? Why is he not, like Bob said, why the heck aren't you using the vise? So let's cool it down. It's simply because the temperature. It has to be a regulated temperature. Now, if I don't know what the best way to do this would be if I had like, say $10,000-$15,000 to invest in a tool to do this. I'm not sure what I would do, to be honest. I would be very curious. Josh is gonna he's already trying to find himself a daggum, he's inheriting, I don't know, grandpa. He's working out a new family will here. All right, so let's cut this booger real quick. So next, let's heat this booger up. So I'm going to do this side first because it seemed like it bonded better on the other side. It takes a lot of heat to get this thing up to temperature, to be honest. Where's my... All right. So that works significantly better. Took a lot of heat. It doesn't look quite as pretty, but what we did was we got a bond on the back side. It would be nice if I had a really uniform and pretty looking bond, but I am much more interested in the integrity of the insulator, so I can't go too much with this. So I will definitely be doing some cleanup over here. Well, simply because it looks ugly to me. There we go. Get that out of there. So the goal for this is to make a connector like this that doesn't move. I don't have to worry about it ever backing out for the customer. I like to build stuff that I got to be extremely durable if possible, and not break if possible. What I charge for these is probably stupid in comparison to what I actually put in for labor. I definitely should do something different. But we're working on some 7/16 DIN connectors right here. We're doing a connector-based split feed. So what I'm doing here is making this connection for a piece of coax. I don't know why I just did that. I need to take that off. So I'm taking this one off. We're putting it on this one right here. So I've got to manage the heat that I put on this connection. So it's very it's very complicated, but also super simple. I got to keep one side cool and the other side's got to get hot. In order to bond solder, it has to get over 400 degrees. But in order to keep this insulator safe, it has to stay under 500 degrees. So there's a delicate balance of the heat that I can get one connection up to, while the other connection can't get up to that heat. So I'm keeping it regulated about 212 degrees on one side and trying to get it over 500 degrees on the other side. And the 2 points are within about a half an inch of one another. So that's why it's complicated. Yeah, working on the flux capacitor. We got to go 88 mile an hour and then everything will be good and all the stuff will work. I have some 3CX 3000s right now. I have a 4CX 10,000 right now. A 4CW 20,000. I got a 4CX 250B over there. I've got a lot of tubes. What's up, Robert? I'm working on like I said, a connector-based split feed right here. That worked way better than the other one. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you. Maybe the water was already hot. Something. It worked out excellent. So, you can see how this bonded. Let's zoom in. I mean, you guys are already pretty well zoomed in. Yes, I have sockets. So, let's show you guys some of the fancy stuff we got, since I can't do a whole lot more. I mean, I guess I can, really. I've got a little bit more to do. I've got 30 minutes worth of grinding over there on the bench vise, so that's the only reason I'm not doing the rest of this video. Just simply because I like you guys too much to make you guys suffer through all that. Because all I'm going to be doing is over on the grinder going, grind, 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 oh, not smooth, grind, 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 oh, not smooth. It is what it is. It's just part of it. That's my life, not yours. You guys don't have to deal with that. So see if I can bring this over here without spilling hot water on my foot. I didn't spill it on my foot, I spilled it on my bench vise, but that's all right. That's on the ground. We'll set this rag down here to try to soak up a bunch of this water. And then let's show you guys some of the goodies. So here is socket number 1. Here is socket number 2. This one's got, I got to fix an insulator on it. I dropped something on it and broke the legs, unfortunately. But luckily, I'm the guy that's got the insulators. Socket number 3. Oh, socket number 4. Let's set that one over there. Oh, socket number 5. Chimney number 1, chimney number 2. Socket number 6. Oh, brand new in the box. Socket number 7, right there, one of those two. Let's go over here. Unfortunately, I had some cleanup crew come through and do me the wonderful favor of cleaning up my shop. But unfortunately, that just made me lose 2 sockets. So I will find them later. Obviously, they didn't throw them away, but Bob's about to go crazy for a second here. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, we will chimney number 1, iMac chimney. Let's zoom out the camera. We're too close. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So, chimney number 1 right here. There's your relay right there. That's a kilovac. That booger's rare as piss. Tube right here. I'm not selling this one, so sorry, it's eye candy, but I'll show you guys anyway. This is some unobtainium right here. There's a 3CX. Let me zoom out for Facebook, guys, so you guys can see this. It's a 3CX 1200 D7 right there. Put that one back up. And what else we got? Let me move this thing out the way. Should I just take you guys with me? Or should I bring it over there? I can't take Facebook and YouTube, so whatever. Here you go, Bob. See what that is, Bob? So got that one. There's an old 4-250. There's a 3CW 20,000 A7 right there. Set it over here. Let's grab some more. There's you another one right there. There's you a 3-1000 right there. This is gonna crash and burn if I don't watch it. So I got a 4-1000, 3-1000. What else is in here? Oh, here you go. This is an Amperex right here. And you can see how old the box is. Watch when I touch this right here. The foam just disintegrates. So I'm going to try my best not to move this too much because it is literally going to disintegrate in my hands. This is brand new 4-400A Amperex tube. All right. What else do we got? Oh, I got a couple goodies in here. Here's you one. This is a 3CX 800 tube right here. I got another 3CX 800 tube in there. Hang on, we got more. That's not it, but wait, there's more. Oh. I told you I'm an RF supply company. I'm in it. There's a 3CX 3000 in your IMAX box right there for you guys to see. We have, like I said, a collection. I cannot vouch for it being a matching pair. I wish I could say it is, but it's in the box. Oh. Guess I can pull this one out next. Pulling it out of the box right there. Here's another one. There's your one right there. A 3CX 1500 A7. I got a whole bin full of more. I don't know where they're at. I think they're over here. Where'd I put them? I got boxes on boxes on boxes of stuff, guys. There's 4 more boxes. I got rotors for days. I think I've got Wilson rotors, I got Dowell rotors, I've got rotor control boxes, I've got M² rotor control boxes, I've got Prosystal rotors. You'd be hard pressed to get me to sell that Prosystal though. But yeah, I've got lots of goodies. Like I'm not even remotely close to finished, guys. I wish I could take YouTube and stuff with me. YouTube and you guys, go to the other the clock, and check this out. If you guys would like to see, there's a bunch of guys in here that can see this, so I'm going to show you guys. So this is my sockets, tubes. This is my bird meters. There's some more bird meters, some more coaxial dynamics, some more bird panel mount over there. Of course, I've got the test equipment over there. Then I've got the AL1200 down there. I'm going to show you guys the mess, but it is what it is. There's one Peter dowel. There's another Peter dowel. And there is another Peter dowel. Underneath what looks like trash right here, if I can get to it, is more bird meters, more bird meters, more bird meters, and then what the heck is this thing called? It's a RF watcher. That's the 30 microampere version. I got, what is this? This is the LMR 400 style wire right here. This is my Coax clamps right here. This is my 3 1/8 EIA bullets. There's my 2-inch E-core thrust bearing. There's some 3-inch thrust bearings over there. There's some 1 5/8 bullets over there. There's some more Coax clamps over there. There's some more Coax insulator board over there. There's some, whoops. This is some filistrand clamps over there. Over there is about 700 or 800 foot filistrand right there. That's a 4 alternator bracket on top of that. A bunch of other crap over here. That's about 300 more foot of 7/8 right there. There's more 7/8. There's more 7/8 over there. Let's see if I can turn you guys around. Wait, hang on, it'll stand up. More 7/8 right here as we're coming into this room. There's some, whoops. Hey, sorry about that, Vintage. I don't know what the heck happened here. So we're just showing you guys stuff, but how do I do this? Have a good one, Vintage. Sorry about that. I invited somebody to the live. I need to figure out how to get off of that. So how do I get back over here? We're not trying to go live with guests for now. Let's see if I can get back into the actual live. How do I fix this, guys? Click right here. Full screen, maybe? That's a bigger screen for here. Whatever. So if you guys want to see this stuff, it's whatever. There's 3 1/8 right here. Here is another bird meter right here. If anybody knows how I can make this screen back bigger, I will show you guys. So how do I make it back bigger? So I just click it right here? No, I don't want to. How do I make this thing larger? That's swapping the camera around maybe, right? No, we're not. What's up? I like you guys. You guys are cool. No, that's just bigger and smaller. I don't know how to fix my live, guys, but whatever. So this is a 600 watt dummy load right here. This is a fan for a dummy load right here. This is an 80,000 watt dummy load right here. So if you guys look closely, there is a connector on the end of that booger right there. That's probably the biggest RF connector most people have seen. Here is, this gimbal is slow as piss, man. I'm gonna have to get my other gimbal. But there's a 3CX 15,000 right there. 3CX 15,000 H3 right there. There is a ProSystal rotor right there. There is a 50 kVA transformer right there. Let me get this camera around real quick. This gimbal is getting pissed off at me. There's some rotor control wire right there. Let's get a camera going real quick. Hang on. Here is a Henry 2K right there. It's another 4-1000 and about, I don't know, some 250Bs and some more 800s. 500Z, I think. I'm about done with this gimbal. Sorry. It ain't no more steady than my hand is. There's another 1500 tube, another 1500 tube, another 1500 tube. 4CX 3000 over there. Another 3-1000 right there. I don't know what else I got, guys. I got plenty of stuff to show you guys. Oh yeah, there we go. There is an AL82 amplifier over there. There is I think a 2 meter beam right here. 2 meter setup with an N-type connector right there. So what else do we got? Bunch of batteries right here. And then here's some more relays right in here. Tons of relays right in here. So, like I said, we've got RF stuff for days. I told you I'm an RF supply company. So, like I said, even more power supplies back in over there. If you guys can show me how to fix this camera, that would be great. The Henry I will sell, and also the, what else I'm going to sell? So yeah, there's a digital bird right here. So I can turn that booger on. This is the calibration element right here for this bird right here. It's like a $600 element. There's the other bird right here. If people know anything about the bird test equipment, this is some fancy stuff. There's the bird spectrum analyzer back there. That's a spectrum analyzer made by Bird. There's a 12 sensor input bird meter right here. So it's got 12 different positions that it goes to. So 12 different line sections I can hook up to that, including one already regular. So that's 13 line sections. I don't know. I've got a few small bird slugs. So I got your little 50-watt bird slug. And then I have just a slightly bigger bird slug, not much larger, just a little bit bigger. See if I can get it to focus. So just a little bit bigger bird slug right there, if you guys need that. Then, like I said, I got all kinds of stuff. There is stuff everywhere. Let's go out here. Let's see if the camera, I'm probably going to lose connection to the live if I do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So maybe we'll stay connected. My whole shop needs to be cleaned. Forgive me. Literally, that's 4-aught wire just sitting right there on the ground. So I have no excuse. My shop's a mess. I've got a tower for you guys. If you guys want a tower, it's a whole tower on a trailer. There's about 7 more transmitters right there, I think. That's what that is. They can be used on AM if you wanted them. But yeah, that I can't go any further because I will lose the connection to my Wi-Fi. There's another transformer right there. Just haven't placed it. There's another tube. I don't even know what this one is. What is that one? What is this tube? Let's pull it out. Oh yeah, there's another. That's a 4CX3000. That's what that is. So yeah, I like to, here's a homebrew right here for you guys. Somebody want something? There's your 6-tube 4CX 400 box. You can set it up for whatever band you want. There's some 777 KC mill wire right here. And this wire right here is just a few strands. There's 4-aught wire, I think, right over here. That's right beside it. But yeah, what else? I don't know. I got plenty more to show you guys. Like I said, 3 1/8" elbows right there. There's stuff everywhere. I have 4 or 5 more boxes I still haven't finished unpacking. But yeah, there is, yeah. Henry looking for a new home. Yeah, if you guys would like to message me about any equipment I got, like the Henry and stuff like that, I will be listing up the Henry, and I will be listing up the, what the heck is it? The AL82 up pretty soon. I'm trying not to break tubes while I put this gimbal back down, because you guys see how shaky it is right here. Watch what happens when I put this gimbal back on. This is the difference in my opinion, more of a quality video. See how much more stable that is? It's not perfect. Now, if anybody wants to tell me how the heck to get off this multi-stream setup where I've got everybody else on here, inviting guests and stuff, let me know. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys stuff. But yeah, this is me. This is my RF supply. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know there's a bunch of you guys in here. I wish I could show you guys more. I could walk around my shop for an hour and show you guys more stuff because I'll forget about it. Like, look over here. Here's just a random section over here. This is a whole setup right here. So I've got a 5 antenna switch right here for by Ameritron. I've got, I think, another 5 antenna switch by another company. I've got a literally, oh, well, yeah, there we go. Look, you guys are going to dag them. For the guys that know about AM, you guys are going to freak out. Not really. Maybe so. We'll see. Look, we're going into the Never Never. Way over here, right? So we got racks, setups, tools. I do got a little bit of personal stuff in the way, but let's get in here. Oh, I forgot about that. I got a tail twister and a ham 4 over there. There is an Optimod FM right there. Where is my other one at? Man, they had to hide it in the worst spot possible. If you look down in there, that is an Orban Optimod AM 9100. So I got an Optimod 9100. And then I've got, of course, the Balar AM station monitor, and then a stereo monitor and a few other tools. I don't even know what's in these boxes. What the heck is this? Oh, that's rotors. 2 rotor control boxes for that ham 4 and the other. Here is an old classic right here for you. A Drake RCS4. That's a 4 antenna coax switch right there. Like I said, I got stuff literally everywhere. I got all kinds of stuff. Rack gear, if you guys want some rack gear. Yeah. And then look, check this out. I don't even know what the heck this is. This is a Swan Mark II power supply. I don't have a lot of vintage stuff, but I do have some. And then all these boxes right here are full of stuff. I got at least 3 more 3000s in there. But yeah, all right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely, oh yeah, there's some RG-218 over there. And then a bunch of RG-218 connectors. And there's my 70,000 volt high pot tester right there. So stuff all over the daggone place. Oh, my bench will be clean. My shop will be clean. I just gotta get caught up, guys. I got too many orders right now, and I'm trying to keep up with it. Yeah, thanks for following, guys. Yeah, I got stuff everywhere, man. Like I said, I've got stuff. Let's just say that much. It's gonna take me forever to clean this stuff up, but I'll get it cleaned up. I think it was fun. It was enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The guys that didn't get to see too much on didn't get to see too much stuff on YouTube and Facebook. I apologize, but I can't look at what rig I got to carry around for the other one. It's this entire assembly right here. This whole thing set up on a gigantic gimbal. So look at this crap. This is what I carry around to these events and stuff. Thing's freaking huge. But yeah. All right, like I said, hopefully I won't do this sharing the live with other people. Maybe I'll figure out how not to do that no more. Press and hold and end multi-supply. How do I do that? Told you I'm not a freaking, let's just send to people. Press and hold in somewhere. I don't know. You said something. Let's pause live. AI wallpaper. Hey, teach me how to do this real quick, Joshua. So I'm trying to learn. I see a guest button. Should I push that button? How do I click it? Click it, click it, click it. Maximum number of spots, the board, wallpaper. Dude, I don't know how to do this crap. Let's go live with guest, but I don't know how to get off of it. Maybe it's a single tap. It should say something about end guest. I see invite on all these little squares, but I don't see nothing about how to end it. All right, guys. Like I said, I have lots of goodies. I wish I could show you guys on the full screen, but it's already part of it. So I do appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Let's end on my ugly mug so we can just say thanks. So I will learn. I'm just going to do my search on it real quick. Let me turn my camera around right there so I can say bye. So See y'all. Y'all have a good one. This is, if you guys want anything, you'll just message me through my company. It's dwinsrfsupply.com. That thing is backwards, so we're going to swap that booger around. Hope you guys, like I said, enjoyed the tour. Like I said, this is what I do for a living. This is my business. dwinsrfsupply.com. And for the Facebook guys, get it to focus. I'll focus it way up here. Forget that crap. Focus, booger. dwinsrfsupply.com. So you guys want to message me, you can message me on Facebook, on TikTok. You can check out the website. I've got rotors. I've got anything to do. I've got towers. I've got 100-foot towers outside. I got a 100-foot crank up. I got a 40-foot crank up. I got Ron 45. I got Ron 25. I got like somewhere in between Ron 35. I've got commercial tower. I've got, holy crap. I don't know. I got all kinds of stuff. Like I said, I've got the stuff. If you guys want it, if you're interested in RF, that's what I say. That's what I sell. Can I say something? I sell propane and propane accessories. Sing them. Hopefully my country accent helped you out right there. There's some bird sample, inline sample hookups. Oh yeah, I don't know. Stuff everywhere. All right, oh yeah. Just a little bit of small bird connector for your stuff. I sell to a broadcast company too, guys. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good evening. I apologize for a little bit of the scatterbrainedness of this stuff, but I think you guys enjoyed it. So I hope I did a good job and let you guys see just a little bit of the stock I got. I got high voltage wire, high voltage. Look, hang on. Let me show you guys this crap. For the guys that know, not all guys will know what this is, but for the guys that know, this right here is a 20,000 volt, 80 amp high voltage connector right here. Plugs in and sockets to itself right here. This right here is also a 20,000 volt, 30 amp high voltage connector right here. So it allows you to run, instead of the milling connectors, a much safer connector on your two-piece units, on your home brews. So yeah, that's some high voltage connectors. I got high voltage wire and all kinds of other crap, man. Like I said, stuff everywhere. I got Canthal glow bars. That's just one of them. This is just a random one. It's an old one. All right, Canthal glow bars and all kinds of stuff. All right, I'm out. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I appreciate y'all. See you later. Thanks for, I don't know. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Twitch. And then absolutely, thank you, guys. Copied a bunch of 250B and 150Bs. Appreciate you, man. All right. Well, I am out. See y'all. Y'all have a good evening. It is too late for me. So if y'all care about this stuff, if y'all like this stuff, feel free to like the live. And if you care about it enough, feel free to follow me, guys. I do these videos all the time. I'm doing all kinds of RF stuff. Something I will be building Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. I go live so you guys can hang out with me. I got to do the stuff anyway, so might as well let you guys come hang out. So if you like it, feel free to follow. If you don't like it enough, just push the like button and maybe you'll see some more of them and you can decide if you like it later. So thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome. So maybe if you enjoyed it, maybe you'll come back later. See ya. Y'all have a good evening. All right. See you guys.